On June 30th, 2014, Russian President Vladimir Putin signed a bill banning the propaganda of non-traditional sexual relations to minors, thus opening a new dark chapter in the history of gay rights in Russia.
The law caps a period of ferocious activities by the Russian government, aimed at limiting the rights of the country's lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and intersex people. These laws in Russia have become a worldwide issue.
The U.S. President Barack Obama states,
when it comes to people's basic freedoms, that whether you are discriminating on the basis of race, religion, gender, or sexual orientation, you are violating the basic morality that I think should transcend every country. And I have no patience for countries that try to treat gays or lesbians or transgender persons in ways that intimidate them or harmful.
by enforcing these laws, the Russian government is not violating one, but two human rights.
Russia is in direct violation of the UDHR Article 19, which states, everyone has the right to freedom to hold opinions without interference and to seek, receive, and impart information and ideas through any media and regardless of frontier.
Many pro-LGBT parades have been shut down and even canceled by the Russian government. Russia is violating these laws because homosexuality is freedom of opinion and expression. Going against Article 19 discriminates and separates the LGBT community.
Russia is also in direct violation of Article 2, which states, everyone is entitled to all the rights and freedoms set forth in this declaration, without distinction of any kind, such as race, color, sex, language, religion, political or other opinion, national or social origin, property, birth, or other status.
The Russian government supports anti-gay activities. They withhold and are against the rights of the LGBT community.
Russia is violating Article 2 because being lesbian, gay, bisexual, or transgender doesn't exclude you from these laws. Russia isn't the only country violating these laws. Uganda is in violation of the same articles.
In Uganda, the LGBT community is treated without respect and is subject to major punishment. In Uganda, the max punishment is life in prison, while in Russia, it's just a prison sentence for propaganda. The world is in a much more explicitly polarized place around gay rights than ever before, said Julie Dorff, a longtime San Francisco-based activist in the international gay rights movement, now a senior advisor at the Council for Global Equality. Homophobia and nationalism are deliberately conflated in many parts of the world like Russia, Ukraine, and Uganda. The USA is doing nothing to help, and other countries are doing little. Russians are protesting and hope the laws get changed in the future. These riots are being suppressed by the Russian government in an attempt to control outbursts. President Putin received a letter from the Council for Global Equality asking to repel anti-gay propaganda laws.
The United States needs to make this issue better known to the public. The USA needs to say what is happening and how it is affecting the world. The USA also needs to make it clear to the Russian government that violating the UDHR isn't acceptable. The U.S. should make room for refugees who aren't safe in Russia. Support of LGBT rights from more powerful outside nations might be the only way to solve this problem.
Originally, Russia was extremely tolerant of homosexuals. The 19th century historian Sergei Solovyev writes that nowhere, either in the Orient or in the West, was this vile, unnatural sin taken as lightly as in Russia. The first anti-gay laws weren't made until the 18th century, while in the next few centuries the laws would come and go. During the early years of Sovietism, homosexuality was tolerated. In modern Sovietism, homosexuality was treated as a disorder and those were institutionalized. Russia's views on the LGBT community became more negative after Putin's anti-gay propaganda bill. In 2007, 20% of the population thought homosexuality should be accepted, but in 2013, only 16% believed it should be accepted, a 4% decrease. If you would like to show your support, you can go to change.org and sign the petition for stopping Russian anti-gay laws.